Coming up on Eagle Vision News, we discuss the bill that could cause major adjustments to Los Angeles traffic.
And we show you how AT&T just became one of the largest entertainment companies in the nation.
And our reporter Kiara Bernal shows us what Pinktober is all about.
Welcome back to Eagle Vision News. I'm Brooke Carlucci.
And I'm Jensen. So it was a devastating weekend for Dodger fans on Saturday.
It was. They are now out of the running for the World Series.
That's such a bummer.
I know. A lot of people are heartbroken, and we'll talk about more of that later in the show. But for now, let's get to our top stories. On Sunday morning, a tour bus crashed and collided with a semi-truck in the Desert Hot Springs area, leaving 13 dead and dozens more injured. The accident occurred around 5 a.m. in the westbound lanes of the 10 freeway. The driver of the big rig semi-truck only had moderate injuries. All 44 people on the tour bus are believed to be adults. Officials say the bus had been inspected in April of 2016. The Palm Springs Hospital treated 14 patients. 5 are now in critical condition and 3 are in serious condition with 6 minor injuries. None of the passengers have been identified at this point, and there has been no identifiable cause for the accident as of right now.
At around 1 a.m. Sunday morning, police shot a man in Echo Park at a nearby gas station. The officers spotted a small fight in the street near a gas station on Portia and Sunset Boulevard. The officers then got out of their car to investigate and spotted a man in his 20s pulling out a handgun, causing LAPD officers to fire shots. The suspect then ran a block away where the second officer involved shooting occurred. The man was then taken to a local hospital and is currently in stable condition.
AT&T has officially reached a deal to buy Time Warner Cable for $84.4 billion, transforming AT&T into the largest entertainment company in the nation. By adding Time Warner Cable's platform to AT&T, AT&T surpasses the Disney company. The collision of the two companies will now help AT&T compete with platforms like Google, Apple, Netflix, and Facebook. Last year, AT&T spent $49 billion to buy DirecTV, now adding Time Warner Cable to its huge network.
Thousands of California veterans were paid big bonuses, but now the government is taking it back. Nearly a decade ago, the California National Guard gave thousands of soldiers bonuses of up to $15,000 to enlist for the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. The bonus money was supposed to be given to soldiers who were taken on high-demand assignments. A recent federal investigation uncovered thousands of bonuses and student loan payments that were mistakenly given to soldiers who didn't qualify under the high-demand assignment criteria. The policy will affect nearly 10,000 current and retiree soldiers. If they refuse to give back the enlistment bonuses, they could face interest charges, wage garnishments, and tax liens.
Things stirred up over Huntington Beach this weekend. They had their first annual Breitling Air Show. The air show kicked off on Friday with the planes lining parallel to the beach's coast. The show, which was reoccurring from 12 to 4 p.m. Friday through Sunday, drew hundreds to the pier as the planes flew over, giving spectators a rare sighting. The show's premiere was put on by the United States Air Force Flight Demonstration Squadron and funded by the New York-based company Air Support, alongside the help of the city. Steve Shannon from Huntington tweeted, "Air Force Thunderbirds put on quite a show at the HB Air Show. Happy to pay taxes to these guys." Following many other tweets in awe of the show that captured many this weekend. The show is scheduled to continue for at least another 2 years and hopes to bring a new tradition to the Huntington Beach area.
There's a new item on the November 8th ballot that is projected to decrease that horrible LA traffic, but may hike up our sales tax. Our reporter Josh Clausen shows us what it's all about.
81 hours. That's how much time an average Los Angeles resident spends in traffic every year. In a growing effort to fix this frustration, the LA Metro is proposing a Los Angeles County traffic improvement plan called Measure M. Measure M is a proposed half-cent increase on LA County sales tax, projected to generate $860 million by the year 2017. If approved, funding from Measure M goes to improve several different methods of public transportation, including the LA Metro train line. The money will go towards the completion of 36 different projects. All projects share one mission: improving traffic in Los Angeles.
Measure M began with a question, and it's what can we do to help you? And that was Metro asking the local cities and communities all over the county. Not everybody can get to everywhere they need to go in the personal automobile. Either the roads are too congested or people just can't afford to drive. You know, most of our people that take the Metro bus and rail system don't have a car to replace the bus or the train that they take.
In addition to traffic improvement, the plan intends to make public transportation more accessible and affordable to students, the elderly, and the disabled. Job creation and pollution reduction are also top priorities. To learn more about Measure M, you can go to theplan.metro.net. To vote on Measure M, head to the polls on Election Day, November 8. This is Josh Clausen with Eagle Vision News.
The Dodgers came so close to participating in the World Series, but the Cubs came and gave them a run for their money. Our reporter Drew is here with us to tell us what happened. Drew, what's going on?
On Saturday evening, the Dodgers' promising season came to a screeching halt. The Chicago Cubs defeated Clayton Kershaw and the Los Angeles Dodgers in Game 6 of the National League Championship Series with a score of 5-0. Kyle Hendricks pitched for Chicago and only allowed 2 hits through 7 2/3 innings to send the Cubs to their first World Series since 1945. They have not won a World Series since 1908. As for the Dodgers, they will have to wait until next year to see if they can win their first title since 1988. The Los Angeles Rams lost a close one to the New York Giants in a game that was played across the Atlantic Ocean in London. Quarterback Case Keenum threw 4 interceptions, including one in the end zone with less than a minute left, and the Rams lost their 3rd straight game to fall to 3-4 on the year. This was the second NFL game in London this year, but it was the first one played at London's home of English rugby. The Rams are now on bye week, and then they take on the reigning NFC champion, Carolina Panthers.
And now our reporter Alyssa is here with us to give us our weekly campus update. Alyssa?
A new show and LGBT support program takes place on campus this semester. The Biola Theater produced a new comedy titled The Charm of Preparedness, which features 7 Biola students navigating the daily struggles that come with college life. Performance dates start on November 4th and ends on the 13th. For more information, check out www.biola.edu/theater-21. A new LGBT support group has formed on campus. This program started as a result of the growing number of students expressing interest in the university sponsoring a community-focused space to sustain and support students navigating same-sex attractions while at Biola. Each group is made up of both faculty and staff, and any student interested in joining can email sisaneer.group@biola.edu for more information.
Thanks, Alyssa. Well, it looks like the Fullerton firefighters are showing off a pink fire truck these days. Our reporter Kiara Bernal gives us the details on the new color change.
The 5th annual Pinktober event, hosted by Fullerton firefighters, is being held throughout the entire month of October. On Thursday night, the team of firefighters came out to the Fullerton Night Market in their pink breast cancer awareness shirts to spread awareness to many locals. Supporters were able to buy hats, t-shirts, bracelets, and many more items to help raise funds for the cause. People even took pictures with the bright pink fire truck and were given the opportunity to write their names or personal messages on it.
Obviously the kids love it. The adults, they get to sign it, so it's super cool because they have family members that are surviving cancer or have been lost to cancer, so they get to put words of encouragement, words of love, and it's very inspiring for many people.
Fullerton firefighters have raised over $80,000 over the years for breast cancer research with the many donations they have received.
They've been extremely supportive. It's definitely supporting the cause, and we're getting a big flow of people coming in and supporting by donations or just buying clothes.
Some who have even battled with breast cancer were thankful for the firefighters taking part in helping to find a cure for the cause.
And I am a survivor of breast cancer, recently diagnosed this year. And so the firefighters were sharing with me how they are supporting breast cancer awareness.
The truck has visited many schools and events this month and will continue until the end of October. This has been Kiara Bernal, Eagle Vision News.
Let's see what weather we have for this week. We have Christy at our weather station. Christy, what can we expect?
Yes, Brooke, as you can see behind me, the severity of the flood that has taken place in central and western Pennsylvania as a result of some pretty heavy storms and rain. And so serious is this flood, in fact, that several towns have had to evacuate to keep people from being trapped inside their homes as roads have become rivers. And we have seen some rain this weekend here in LA, and I may have felt a little bit of a raindrop myself, which was very refreshing, but we'll get to that in a second. Now looking at our current conditions here in LA and in the Biola area. Just this morning it was pretty cool with 59 degrees in the morning, warming up in the afternoon with 75 degrees and cooling back down again in the evening at 58 degrees. And we have a beautiful sunrise at 7:06 a.m. and a sunset at 6:07 p.m. And now looking at our conditions across the country, we're generally seeing some cooling temperatures as we say goodbye to those summer temperatures finally. Here in the West Coast, it's in the mid 60s to the upper 60s, and generally it's a little bit warmer down in the southern parts of the U.S. as compared to up north, as it is cooling up there, and we're generally just saying hi to those fall temperatures finally, and it's generally just very, very beautiful. Now looking at our 7-day outlook, Monday here is a little bit warm, but we will be cooling down throughout the week. Later on Friday is 77 degrees, generally very sunny this week, not too many clouds, just some beautiful California weather as we are normally used to. And into the weekend, we'll see a nice steady temperature of 76 degrees, sunny and not that cloudy. And that's all we have for this week. Brooke and Jen, back to you.
Well, that's all we have for you tonight, but be sure to join us on the show next week.
Until then, you can keep up with us online. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BiolaEV, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to see previous shows.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.